You're listening to Country Music Junkies, hosted by Patrice Whiffen. This week on Country Music Junkies, I am pumped to be chatting with Hamilton, Ontario native and a friend of mine, Mackenzie Leigh Meyer. Mackenzie, how you doing?
Hey, I am doing awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
Really pumped to be talking about you. I've been following your career for so long. I feel like I've known you in the industry for so long. But this is the first time that we're actually getting a chance to chat, and I am pumped to share your music, your stories with our listeners. So let's kind of kick things off with a little bit of an intro to Mackenzie Leigh Meyer as an artist and maybe your style and your sound for those who haven't heard your music before.
Yeah, so I'm Mackenzie, and as you mentioned, I am from Hamilton, Ontario, currently living in Toronto, kind of do this crazy thing we call country music. I've been doing this for honestly, I like to say I came into the scene in 2018 when I released my debut EP, Dive Bar Diva. That kind of put me on the map as kind of a roots country artist, and ended up getting me nominated for Roots Artist of the Year at CMAOs in 2019. And yeah, it's been kind of a wild journey ever since. I've played on some pretty fun stages. I did Boots, Hen Hearts, and Havelock, and Lucknose Music in the Fields. And and here we are to today on Dial Tone, my newest single.
Love that. Now, let's talk about Dial Tone. We'll go back to the Dive Bar Diva EP because I think there's a lot of really great music there that our listeners would love to listen to. But let's start with the new single just dropped on September 17th. So super, super new out of the gate. Dial Tone, what's the story behind that one?
You know what? I'd hate to say that it's about some of the people I've run into in my life, but it unfortunately is. Dial Tone, for those listening, is not a song about a phone, the sound a phone makes. It's actually a slang for dull, boring, or uninteresting person, i.e. John has all the personality of a dial tone. And the inspo for the song is getting stuck in a few conversations that I wish I could have hung up on to say.
Love that. I feel like we've all kind of been there before, and I think you just put to music something that we can all really relate to.
You know what? I do think we've all been there before, just because it's just one of those things where we all have that one person that we wish we could just not have in our lives, I guess I would say.
Totally. Now, for fans who haven't heard the song yet, what is the style and the sound of the single?
You know what? It's pretty sassy, but pretty chill, I like to say. So it's not a high tempo, upbeat one. It's kind of like a lazy, sassy song. So I'm definitely telling it like it is. Don't get me wrong, but it's a kind of a chill, hey, by the way, you're this.
Love that. If fans want to check out Dial Tone, where's the best place for them to go for that?
Anywhere they find their music. So it's on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you like to go listen to tracks, it is there, hopefully.
Excellent. I love that. We'll be sure to post a link to all of your socials and website and all that sort of stuff with the posting of this interview. I assume that Dive Bar Diva, your debut EP you mentioned, came out in 2018. I assume that can be found anywhere as well. Can you tell us a little bit about the sound and perhaps how that style and sound from a couple of years ago differs from Dial Tone?
Yeah, so it's very different for sure. When I came out with Dive Bar Diva, I would qualify as like a straight up roots artist. I loved kind of the slow ballady stuff. I'm doing instrumentation that's really like roots country versus kind of the pop country stuff. And so it's very different. I'm all super proud of those songs. I've definitely grown a long way since then. And Dial Tone is kind of no exception to demonstrating that. I really feel like with Dial Tone, I'm kind of heading more towards that pop country kind of sound with a bit more of that traditional instrumentation to kind of keep that roots of me still going. But yeah, it's definitely been quite the growth for me between these two pieces.
I love that. That is so cool. Now, I know it's kind of hard to pick your favorite song off of a project. I kind of feel like that's asking someone to pick their favorite kid. But is there a song off Dive Bar Diva that you really relate to or has a special place in your heart?
You know what? It's so funny you said that because I always say that picking songs is like picking a favorite child. And then I pick one anyways.
Fair. I feel like parents do that too. It's okay.
I feel like parents do this. They just don't tell us. it's just one of those things. But I do have a favorite song child on that EP, and it's More Than a Memory. Honestly, I'm just really proud of the kind of writing in this one. For me, it was a big step from, I guess, as far as the growth has gone between kind of the other stuff on that EP and that one. And yeah, it's just one of those really sad love ballads that I think really hits home with a lot of people going through a breakup or missing someone that they can no longer see. And
Totally.
yeah, I've just always kind of loved that one.
Amazing. Well, our fans will be sure to check that out. And of course, check out Dial Tone, the new single from Mackenzie Leigh Meyer. So fun and again, very relatable. Now, we're coming out of the summer festival season, but you were part of the Harmonia Festival in Uxbridge this year. How did that go? I know there was such an incredibly stacked lineup of incredible female talent from around here. And yeah, unfortunately, I didn't make it, but how was that?
It was awesome. I just have to shout out to Nicole Ray because this is the second year she's put it on, and all the Harmonia Fests that she put on are always so fun. She's just honestly one of the hardest working females in this industry, and for her to kind of really make a place for a bunch of other female artists to, I guess, show their craft I just think is such a cool thing. So shout out to Nicole.
Love that.
But yes, it was so fun. So this year it was in Uxbridge, and it was kind of a cool farm event where they had a bunch of, like, a giant hill that people could sit on, and the stage was at the bottom and you could kind of watch. But such a fun day. A lot of really great artists. I know Nicole headlined this year, and my friend Jessie T, who's another awesome artist, was the other kind of band artist alongside me. And yeah, such a fun day. So many good things.
So cool. That's so great. I love that. And again, fans, be sure to check that out as well. You can find Harmonia Festival on all of the socials and see what all of those incredible young women are up to. Now, Mackenzie, if fans want to connect with you directly, where is the best place for them to go?
Yeah, honestly, right to social media. I think I'm on Instagram and Facebook the most. You can find me at divebar_diva on Instagram, Mackenzie Leigh Meyer on Facebook. And I just broke and got TikTok.
Yay!
So you can find me on TikTok at Mackenzie Leigh Meyer as well.
Love that. So fun. We'll definitely be sure to check that out. Now, I know I asked you offline about this, but can you maybe give us a little teaser of what's to come next from you?
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited because I've just kind of finalized on a bunch of songs that I'm going to be putting together for an EP next year.
Yay!
Woo! Finally, more new music. But yeah, we just kind of finalized on that, and then we're just starting to kind of get some stuff recorded for it. So stay tuned for that.
Can't wait. Well, again, fans, we're chatting with Mackenzie Leigh Meyer. Be sure to check her out. Again, we'll include a link to her website with the posting of this interview. Always such a pleasure, Mackenzie. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me, Patrice. Such a pleasure.